this time with gusto. Hello and welcome back to Septerra, and if you were one of the few people who actually watched it, you might have noticed that the episode that was put up had no voice. And I didn't notice until I looked at it myself a little while, well, a fair while after it was already posted and nobody had said anything, so I thought it was fine. And then I go to look at it myself and I'm like, hey, wait a second, there's no sound. So I may have had a few episodes have to be trashed, but unlike some other games, I'm kind of alright with this one because this one is fun. But when we last left off, we had entered Outlaw Canyon. We have found my least favorite character, that's right. And there's also guy with arm blades. He is slightly stronger than the regular guy with arm blades. Do I know his regular name? No. That would require me to come all the way back here with the character who knows how to scan. Because like all good RPG games, there's a son of a... I misclicked and it resulted in him getting a barrier. But like all good RPG games, there's always a character, at least one, who has the scan ability to tell you all of the detailed skills, and as you'll find out later on, as one would expect, that person's skills do not... that particular skill doesn't really work on bosses. Which is crappy, but it does kind of work in a sense, because how names go red, the bosses will actually go red to give you some semblance to tell when it's close to death. Not that that semblance really helps very much, but... Anyway, back to this. He got poisoned, so he's going to need some food after. And... pretty much just have to get rid of this stupid barrier. That is the one reason why I hate fighting. I was like, First of all, English. Second of all, I was about to say bandits, then I stopped myself because they're bounty hunters. But I usually mess up and call them bandits. And this might kill him. I'm not sure. No. That would require Grub to actually do some form of notable damage. Can you finish him off, runner? No, but that did kill his shield. I'm not really sure what the... well, what the parameters for the shield is. Like, does it need to take a certain amount of damage? Can it only survive a certain amount of hits or a certain amount of turns? I don't know. Oh goody, there's another one over there. I'd like to declick it, thank you. Let's check the map. That's the dead end, so as with good old RPGs, you always go to the dead end first. Ow. Actually, that really hurt too much. Yes! I don't care if you stole a gold piece, I get to shank your face in. Actually, let's wait for Grub to get full skill. However, she will shoot him first, and then Runner will shoot him next. And Grub's max level attack should be able to finish him off just fine. Unless Grub happens to miss, because everybody loves barriers. Except me. I'm sure you people watching probably don't care for barriers too much either, because all it does is drag the battle out. More than it needs to, anyway. I know how boss battles tend to drag out naturally is because the bosses have so much bloody health on them. trying to kill that guy before he gets a shield. There. Well, at least that worked. Ow. Quit it with the poison. How does he even get poison on that thing? Does he just poison the blade and swing and... I don't know, it's a mining pick, so it'd probably pierce through your skin when it hit you. It's probably really hurt. I just want this guy dead, and I know he's near to death. Runner, can you do it? No, because you missed. Really, it looked like the beam went right through him. Apparently it did really go right through him because it didn't do squat to him. Alright, what's over here? Oh no, I wonder what's over here. It couldn't possibly be the world's most horrible ambush from those guys hiding behind the bushes. Not at all. Oh hi guys, fancy meeting you here. Ooh, there's two of them. This is probably gonna be fighting barriers. Grr. I'm not sure who I dislike more, the guy with the guy who can cast barriers, or this guy. Can I get him before he casts it on himself? No. Double no. Trying to save Runner for just going ham on one of them. How much health do these guys even have? They seem to not have a whole lot of health when I need them to not have a whole lot of health. And that spun around and did damage to both of them. However, I think we're going to get rid of the guy with poison capabilities first. 21 damage. That would have one-shot him had he not had his stupid flippin' barrier. Come on, you can do it, Grub. Smack his face in. Uh-oh. You basically just gave him a back scratch. And... I don't know, acupuncture? No, that one actually did at least over 10 damage. I'm going to save Runner to super beam the other guy. He just tried to steal from me, but since Grub was already stolen from, it doesn't work. Yep, he's down. I was gonna say, I thought I clicked on Runner. Smack him in the face, Grub, you can do it! No, you really can't. In fact, Grub did less damage to that guy than he did the other guy. Alright. Let's try that, and then we'll have Runner's beam. Possibly finish him off. Or not. Thankfully, after Outlaw Canyon, we won't have to deal with these kind of bounty hunters for a while. I will be back, sadly. Depressingly, even. Well, we got a potion from it, so that's acceptable, because potions are pretty expensive. But after Outlaw Canyon, we won't come across any more outlaws for a while. We go up. And... how's health? Probably feed Grub a bit, and I saw a guy over here. And they have a bug companion. And barrier. I mentioned I hate barriers because I hate barriers. Ow, runner's actually not doing too well. Runner, need you to finish him off. There you go, good boy. Now, here's a question. How the hell did they tame one of those desert bugs to fight for them and not fight them? But I think this would be a good time to show off Grub's repair skill, because I forget if I showed it off on camera or not. And that healed him fairly well. It would do the exact opposite and about twice as much in damage to robotic enemies. Which, by the time we get to robotic enemies, that effectively one-shots them. As you saw, it took a fair bit of core, but also by then we have to worry about core just a little bit less. So that's always good. Now let's get rid of this bug before he charges again. By charge, I mean does his charge attack. And hit. And as for you, you're down. Now for the fun part of taking out Mr. Barrier. I can't wait to get out of Outlaw Canyon. You missed. A whopping 12 damage. Bet your Grub will only do 5. Yeah. Apparently he does an entire extra point of damage to the guys who can poison. So maybe they have less armor? I don't know. It probably makes sense that they're the caster bounty hunters. I mean, they even have the herbal pack on their back. I still don't know what to call that thing. I don't know, just when I always saw it, it kind of reminded me of an herbal pack. I don't know what could be put in there that wouldn't fall out. That would still make sense to what they are. Health is actually mine. I need some bread. Oh no, a trap on the bridge. By the way, more barrier. Everybody's favorite. Ow! That's another reason why I hate bounty hunters. They can do that. Bounty hunters are one of those dreaded classes of RPG games where they can steal your stuff, and then when you kill them, you don't find your stuff back. Like, they'll steal 200 gold, and then you only loot 150 gold off of them, and you're like, well, where's my other 50 gold, and where's the rest of their loot? Because they couldn't have had empty pockets. So it's kind of painful to fight these guys in that respect. When they properly do that anyway, as you can see, or as you have seen, let me move in my chair a bit. As you have seen, they can sometimes only take out 1 gold piece, and I'm perfectly fine with them taking out 1 gold piece. God dang it, Maya. Now is not the time to miss. The only worst time to miss would be if you were trying to shoot a barrier man. Come on, Grub. Scratch his back, so he'll scratch yours. That's what those things on his arm are, right? You know, back scratchers? And maybe Maya can do it. Or she misses again. Could you and Grub trade? Because at least you do a fair amount of damage with your fully powered attack to someone who's barrier. I mean, honestly, Maya, you have a gun. fairly close to him. I don't care if it's a Gatling gun, a Vulcan gun, whatever. You really should actually be able to hit something that close. Alright, let's feed Grub again. I can't wait for Grub to get like 60, like as much health as Maya has, because it just really bugs me when a character has so little health that even the minimal, well, not even minimal, that healing items are either greatly over, god dang it, healing items either really overheal or don't do jack. That, you know what I mean, that middling area where, you know, like in this game, there's 50 and then there's 250. Grub is currently so low that he has less health than the full healing status of the lowest healing item in the game. At least with Maya, she can have 12 hit points get full effect. That's one of the things that I have trouble with, is using healing items properly at a stage like that. Just because it's like, I don't want to overheal, so I kind of let them try and get as low as possible. And I end up dying. Trying to not do that now, as you can see, because if I was doing what I just said, Grub would probably be at 5 health before I healed him. I think the only reason I healed him then was because I knew we would get into another battle. And it's like, well, it's low enough already. But if it's mid-battle and he gets to 12, I'm still gonna let him keep going. Alright, runner. Nuke that guy's face. See how much damage you do when there isn't a barrier in the way? And more on Grub. Actually, I think Runner can do his level 1 attack and finish that guy off. No. Of course not. Actually, let's let Runner do another level 1 attack on him. That guy, however, has also probably seen better days. Yeah, there we go. And he gets one more hit off, just to make sure that I feed Grub after the battle. And Maya should be able to finish him off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he stole like 190 odd gold. I only got 135 from that. Did get a core rune though, but I feel like that was there because the battle was there. Also, feeding Grub. I believe there might be one more fight. So if I look at the map, there isn't a whole lot of space between us and where we need to go. Ow. Okay, not really ow, that didn't hurt too much. But there's a barrier guy down there who could very easily... Ooh, he's attacking. I don't care if you poison Runner. That kinda hurts, but I don't care. Because that guy did not choose to barrier somebody. Which means we can just put all the smack on him as possible to stop barriers from happening, and hopefully we succeed. Ow. That actually hurt, because I hit everybody. Alright, Runner, I need your level 2 attack to save us from barrier. Yeah! Well, that just made this battle much easier. And you know what? All of the damage I took is a worthy sacrifice for it. However, let's start getting rid of the bug. 'Cause the bugs have the charge ability to hit everybody, and that is... They have that and just poking you. This guy, however, does have that. That is equally ungood. Actually, everybody's seen better days. I think I'm gonna do is... see, he's charging. Is have you repair runner. There you go, boy. Feeling better? Well, Grub isn't. Grub, feed yourself. 'Cause your health was way too low for comfort. Also, I believe poison does less damage to robots because Runner only took 1 point of damage. Now, how poison works at all against robots, I have no idea, but... Ow, that really hurt. And that guy still ain't dead. A nice thing about having someone who has a quick bar filling time in a battle like this is they can effectively also be an item user because of how quick their bar fills over everybody else's. Whereas, say if Runner tried to use an item, he'd still have to wait for an entire bar. So that is nice, I suppose. At least in the early game where people have so little health you have to worry about it. Later down the line, you can just use like 3 pieces of bread in between battles. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing too. Just buy like 100 pieces of bread and just use 3 of them in between each battle. Come on, we're nearly there. And shank him. And lastly, shoot him with a laser. All else fails. Shoot him with a gun. And he's down. Now, let's repair. I believe everybody else is completely fine. I don't think there's a battle on this. Nope. Hi, Tori.
How did you find me?
Uncle sent me.
You are all under arrest for smuggling. Who are you?
You're doomed.
Oh, well. And they just
What's
float
going on?
away.
Did they have to kill the guard, Dugan?
Look, I told you. They were about to find out that I was at the heart of this scheme. Keep up the good work, kid. With this last shipment and the help of my chosen friend here, we're ready to take Wind City from the Guard of the Seven Winds.
How could you do this, Tori? People are dying because of you.
I didn't know, I swear.
Tori, go back to Oasis and warn Uncle. I don't know what the Chosen are up to, but last time we lost most of our people.
What are you gonna do, Maya?
I'm going to World Shell 3. Someone has to warn the people of Wind City that their country is in danger.
Why?
Well, someone has to right the wrong you began.
Sometimes I just don't understand you, Maya.
Sometimes I don't think that you've ever listened to a word that Uncle Aziz has taught you.
Maya's right, Tori. Tell Uncle that we'll be back soon.
You don't have to go, Grub.
I'm sure Uncle would feel better if you weren't alone. We can use these Hellgak mounts.
Hey, those cost me an arm and a leg.
Tori!
Go ahead.
Now, whose arm and a leg did it cost you? Because did it cost you this guy's? And we can loot him. Now, I have a thought. Tori didn't know that people were dying when he was a weapon smuggler. Really? What did you expect they were being used for? Hunting? I mean, depending on what you were salvaging, I don't think it was being used for hunting. By the way, this is a bird. We will not figure out what we get to do with this bird just yet. That, I believe we'll be able to get in the next episode. But until then, see you later.